In a tense afternoon of rival protests in Liverpool, what began as demonstrations outside migrant hotels quickly descended into chaos as police tactics spectacularly backfired. GB News was live as counter-protesters from Stand Up to Racism clashed with anti-immigration groups, leading to violent scuffles and multiple arrests. The situation reached a critical point when a failed police maneuver trapped both sides together, creating a dangerous flashpoint that left the city on edge. UKIP chairman Ben Walker described being rushed by activists as mounted police and arrest wagons moved in. Watch the clip.
Before this, I want to say a big thank you to all our supporters who helped us reach our very first 1,000 subscribers. That achievement truly means a lot and inspires us to keep giving you our best. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do it now. Most people who watch our videos aren't actually subscribed. We know life gets busy, but subscribing is completely free and it really helps us grow. Our next goal is 3,000 subscribers, and with your support, we can get there even faster. You can also support the channel by checking out the links in the description, where you'll find some valuable books. They cost you no extra, but each purchase gives us a small commission that helps us improve our content. Thank you so much for being part of this journey.
Well, we're now moving backwards here. The police have got themselves in a real muddle because they allowed Stop Racism, some of the younger people in it, to come in from the left-hand side with Coke cans and sticks and start really hitting hard on the anti-immigration lot. And now the police are having to find themselves caught in between two lines, and they've allowed the Stand Up for Racism to come round the back of them, and now they're trying to cut a swathe through the street so as they can separate the two protests. This was a very bad police decision to do what they're doing here, because what they've ended up now doing is blocking the middle of Liverpool totally, and there is a very, very tense situation now. And you can see what they're doing. They're pushing down the street, trying to push protesters out. Yep, you can see now it's starting to kick off. There's another arrest here, and that is one of Stand Up for Racism has been arrested there. There's been about 5 arrests today, and the police are really getting pushed to control this situation. And if we just look up there you can see that is the pro-immigration protest that's there. And you can see this guy here, he's actually standing here with the flag. He's trying to actually wind them up. This is really a bad policing decision here to let this go this way. And the whole way down this street there have been scuffles like this. Liverpool is on edge at this moment, and why they allowed those attacks to come in from the left-hand side of them is shocking, to say the very least. You can see that man being cuffed on the ground now as they try to push on down the street. Let's just go with you here. We'll walk on down. We'll see the horses, the Merseyside police out, the horses trying to force it on down the street and try to clear a situation that was of the police's making. That decision, you would have to question it, there's no doubt about that. And this isn't over. It's not going to be over for a while or two, because until they get them clear of the main junction, there is a flashpoint right here, right now. So things are very on edge, and we can see there's another arrest.
If you can hear me, as we're seeing those live images there of more arrests taking place in Liverpool, a very tense situation. Who have you been speaking to on the ground there, Dewey? Have you been able to get hold of anybody?
Well, we got hold of people earlier on, but we have just lost our interview there because of that scuffle with Ben Walker, the chairman of UKIP, and he has got pushed on down the street with the police. As you can imagine, this is very much a live situation and a very tense situation that is going on right now. That man has been arrested now. I mean, they're shielding us from filming him, the police are. And we will need to get on down the street in front of this before we get locked off on the wrong side of a very bad and tense situation. So for this, in Northern Ireland, I have seen public order with police firsthand, and to be honest, the PSNI would put a masterclass in it. What we seen here this morning was, we first of all had the pro-immigration people, that was the Palestinians, the public sector unions, and mostly students, we must say, and they had a protest at about 12 o'clock, but they were still there when the anti-immigration protesters came down in. At about 1 o'clock, the crowds were about equal sizes on both sides of those protesters in the square behind me, and the police tried to funnel off the immigration protesters away from the square, but they left the back door open basically, and loads of students, or student-age people, should I say, ran across and started throwing cans and banners at the anti-immigration protest, and that sparked off a bit of problems. A few arrests happened, but what they were forced down a road together. The police didn't separate them, and now they've came fully round the square and back up to where they are now, and the police now have the original problem of both sides being caught in the middle, and either somebody's going to have to back down and go away, or it will flare. And earlier on I spoke to Ben Walker, the chairman of UKIP, about what was happening.
Where do we start? I mean, right from the beginning, Antifa have rushed our leader. They pulled one of our supporters into the crowd. As we've come round on the procession, I think you've even got it on film. You can see that the left are throwing objects at us, cans, drinks, whatever it is. They're completely rattled and unhinged. And this is what happens all the time. And every time that you want a crowd to do something, the police will lean on us, because we're the ones that are receptive and we're the ones that listen. The left, they're completely lost. A waste of time.
Well, you can hear the frustration with him, and you can see that the police are ready here, Dawn. Behind us there, you can see Merseyside mounted police. They had to use them earlier on. They are there in case they can't sort of get rid of this protest behind us from both sides. And if you just walk on down this way with me a little bit, you can see just in behind us all the arrest wagons ready to go if things start to kick off in the wrong way. It is very tense here at the moment. We can see now that the police have put a line in behind, and then a semicircle right up the side to separate both protesters. But I have to say today, there's a lot of people getting married in that building. There was 12 weddings in there today, and I did feel sorry for one of the brides who was caught in the middle of it, trying to get up through a crowd with TSG police trying to push back to let them through. It will be a day to remember, and probably the wedding photographs won't look like they used to from those steps.
Well, they won't forget their wedding anniversary. Doogie, is it quite evenly matched there, the numbers on both sides?
At about 1 o'clock, half one it was. Now what you're seeing is the pro-immigration people. There is a bigger crowd of them now than the anti-immigration. The anti-immigration people have really tailed off backwards out of the road, dispersed out through the city here, and that is going to be the only thing to cure that.